DeVon Pouncey, who is a journalist at Street Roots and joins me now. Welcome to the programme. DeVon, what did you make of it all in terms of tone, optics and, of course, substance?
Well, I definitely think it was a very narcissistic move for President Donald Trump to schedule his town hall at the same time that candidate Biden had his scheduled. And so I think from the jump, you had a lot of people that were very critical of President Trump for doing such a thing. It was pretty unfair to the American people that both of these two had to host their own town halls at the same time. And we as the people and civilians had to sort of play ping pong in between both of these town halls. So I think that kind of set a tone of frustration for Americans that they couldn't listen to both of these two leading candidates speak at a time as important and as crucial as right now, leading up to an election that's only 3 weeks away.
And the substance, what did you make of it? Did you hear anything different that you hadn't heard before, as my colleague Eunice pointed out?
Yeah, you didn't hear much different. I think Trump, still kind of spewed out a lot of divisive rhetoric. I think one thing in particular that stood out was when he was asked about denouncing white supremacy, which he refused to do in the last presidential debate. But this time around, he tried to say that, I've denounced white supremacy several times. But the fact that he wouldn't do it on one of the biggest stages, which was the debate stage, really still stands out to me. And I think trying to follow up and act as if he denounces white supremacy regularly today was just sort of a weak move.
And DeVon, going back to what you said, that it was unfair to Americans. They couldn't watch, both debates. It was a ping pong match, you said. Has this gone at all any way to helping undecided voters then?
It really puts undecided voters in a frenzy, I believe, because obviously Donald Trump did what he did to really appease his base. Joe Biden had already had his town hall scheduled before Donald Trump did. So in the case of Joe Biden, being able to speak to some of maybe even Trump supporters or some people that are still in between and trying to figure out which of the two they want to vote for, I think it was sort of hurtful for Biden to not be able to have some people who may not normally listen to his rhetoric be able to hear some of the stuff that he had to say tonight, because there's kind of this bandwagon of folks that like to follow Donald Trump and are going to watch Donald Trump, whatever it is that he is on TV, because he is still our current president. So I think Trump definitely came through with the plan that he had to really disrupt Joe Biden's town hall, but Joe Biden nonetheless still got the job done. And we have kind of two sides of America that are still in a frenzy because we hardly know what either one of them said because they're speaking at the same time.
And what do you think that has done then to Joe Biden's lead over Donald Trump?
I don't think it's done much for Joe Biden's lead in particular. I think it was more so a situation where Trump supporters got to ignore Joe Biden today. I do know that we have another debate coming up still. So these two will still be able to share a debate stage, and they'll still be able to have folks who are kind of in between and not really sure of which one to vote for to be able to see these two speak against each other. But still, I think, Biden was not able to really win over any of those people that kind of sway in the middle, or obviously some of those people that follow Donald Trump but may not necessarily approve some of the things that Donald Trump has done during this pandemic. But because they follow him, they just didn't quite get around to being able to watch Joe Biden today.
All right. DeVon Pouncey, pleasure to speak to you. Hope to speak to you soon during these next few weeks. Journalist at Street Roots. Thank you.